Thank you so much to our sponsor for this week's episode, AG1.
Since drinking AG1, I honestly can feel a difference in my daily health.
I can see it. Try AG1 and get a free 1-year supply of vitamin D3K2 and 5 free travel packs with your first purchase at drinkag1.com/goodchildren.
That's drinkag1.com/goodchildren. It's just like, we're back.
Well, first of all, yeah, let's just the elephant in the room. We're back in the most beautiful room we've ever been in at Spotify Studios.
It's going to kind of be embarrassing when we go back to our regular studio.
It's going to be mortifying.
Our studio? Your bedroom?
My parents' house, yeah.
Yeah, I've never read so many books.
Well,
but
that's
people think I'm really smart.
It does kind of make me laugh that we are posed in front of more books than I've ever seen in my entire life. And the last book that I know that you and I both read was Julia Fox's audiobook.
Yeah.
Well, did you read the Song of Achilles?
I read the Song of Achilles like when I was, I think I had to be 21. Yeah, because you told me, and then that's when I came out.
Because that book makes people come out. Well, that book is the agenda.
Yeah.
Right now we're battling.
Yeah, we're battling a few things.
We're battling demons. We're battling spirits.
Yes.
We're battling
a slight hangover.
It's slight.
I don't even know what to say, and I don't even know what to do because my nose is bright red, my chin hurts.
Why?
You know why? It's because I was nose deep. Let's say. I'm shocked I don't have pink eye this morning. That's actually shocking.
I'm not feeling good. I'm not feeling happy. I'm not feeling well. I'm not feeling okay. I'm not feeling right. I'm not feeling normal. I'm not feeling sane. I'm not feeling healthy. I'm not feeling independent. I'm not feeling safe.
Yes.
I'm feeling really good.
We bounced back really, really quick.
I knew we would. I knew upon waking up this morning that if with your help and guidance we would get here. I did think I do still think actually this might be the end for us. But I think we'll get through an amazing episode.
I completely agree. But waking up this morning to a text from you with breakfast burritos on deck.
You texted me and said, I need the biggest breakfast sandwich you've ever seen.
I think I also said, I'm gonna cry. Yeah, and I wasn't being dramatic. I was gonna cry.
Because it was just we're not like that. We're not people who I think one really go out and two would ever go out like on a Sunday night before like a day of work.
No, ever.
The last time I did that was Halloween 2019.
Our snatched asses wanted to have a little salad before we started drinking, and that's a problem.
That was a problem.
Thank God I got the honey buns.
You looping me in with snatched ass because I've seen an ass recently.
Well, truth be told, we'll just say it. We were tanning on the roof yesterday, and listen, my ass was out. And Joe did a really great job and was a really great friend and said, I'm going to snap a few pics.
And what we snapped, I think if you want to see it, I'm going to say Venmo Andrew $40 and just like put like a peach emoji. This is honestly going to help you out a lot.
Okay, yeah, I agree.
Your rent is paid.
That's so smart.
And then, but send proof of ID that you're over 18.
Yes.
Send a Venmo with a peach emoji, $40, and then send a screenshot of both of those things to Andrew's Instagram DMs.
Yes, but listen, it's art. It's artistic. It's not like super slutty. No, would you say?
Yeah, it's no, it's not.
Okay. Well, I'm happy that's out there in the air.
I also just want to note one more thing, like before we get into this episode, and it is that today is the day of the solar eclipse, and it's actually happening kind of as we speak. Mm-hmm. I had to wake up, and one of the first things I said to you was, "Do not look at the sun today,"
because you know me.
You had no clue.
I'll be staring at that sun,
and you can't. Because what happens when you stare at a solar eclipse is you get a retinal hole. And you've been there, done that.
I know a few things about holes.
Anyway, today we have a very special guest. You know him from all over the internet. You know him from so many instantly iconic viral videos.
Truly one of the most hilarious people I have seen on the internet in a really long time. And my mom also agrees, which is shocking.
That's huge.
She consumes his content.
That's crazy.
Which I'm like, Mom, you don't even watch my content.
Right.
Well, maybe.
She might be watching this.
Well, she's absolutely watching this.
For Jake, not for
Jake.
But today, yeah, we're bringing in the one, the only Jake Shane.
Good children. That was sick.
That was kind of good. I love that
kind
you
of a
went
bass
like,
that I wasn't expecting.
Yeah.
I
went down low for that one.
What's Meghan Trainor all about that bass?
All about that bass.
Are you on the M train? Be so serious.
What's the M train?
Meghan Trainor.
Is that her fan base?
No, did we?
Yeah, no, you did not come up with that.
No, yeah.
No, the internet did.
Yeah.
I'm just gonna say, like, her latest song is a fucking banger. T-Pain, like, made that.
It's M Train and T-Pain.
No, it ate up. I am desperately curious to see how this tour is gonna play out, though.
Has it started?
Because what's everyone gonna do?
As in the crowd?
No, like, have you seen the guest lineup?
Oh, no, right.
Like,
Who are, it's
Chris Olsen, it's her brother, it's her husband. I'm like, what is everyone gonna do?
It's a variety show.
But you know what? Whatever the fuck they're doing, it's working because I'm invested.
Obsessed.
I'm counting down the days till September.
Yeah.
That's when her tour starts,
We're
and
gonna
I will be
go.
front row.
Wait, and you just saw Olivia, right?
Yes.
How was that?
She's amazing.
Oh, yes.
Amazing.
Were you crying?
I don't cry.
Okay.
Right.
Really?
I'm on like a lot of meds. I just can't do it.
Yeah, I get that.
But when I'm on
I'm not, but
shrooms,
I
I'll
just,
cry.
like,
Okay.
Yeah.
No shrooms at Olivia Rodrigo.
No shrooms at Olivia Rodrigo. I was a little
You be
tipsy.
tweaking.
I was a little tipsy, but she puts on such a show.
Yeah.
My favorite part is like seeing like their alter ego like come about when they hit the stage. That's what I love in a pop girl.
Yeah.
Wow.
Because like then because I met her before, like I've hung out with her, and like she is so different on the stage and off the stage, and that's like my favorite part about a pop girl.
That is a really
What is
fun-
she like off the stage? She's really
Calm.
sweet.
She asks you a million questions about yourself. Then she remembers everything. She asks you about
Really?
yourself. Remembered everything. I talked to her after the show. She was like asking me about stuff that she asked me about like 6 months ago, and I'm like, how do you remember that?
Wow.
Yeah, pop girl.
I wish
Who
I had
was
that
your
memory.
first pop girl?
Oh my god, I love this question. The Cheetah Girls.
Wow.
That's an amazing
That's
answer.
really good. That was quick.
Who was your
Yeah.
favorite cheetah girl?
Raven.
Of
course.
course. Galleria.
Galleria. Because the Barcelona one came out, and I remember being like, this is the best movie I've ever seen in my life.
And it holds up to this day.
does.
La Nanita.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What's the song that she sings? Why can't I remember it? When she's leaving.
It's so over.
What's your favorite decom?
This is a really Halloween Town. Halloween Town.
It's so good.
I love Halloween Town.
It's something I forget to be an answer, but it's the best and only
It was like it was so, I don't know. I just remember being like, why is this sick?
I'm like,
No
why
one
am I
was
not
doing it
there?
like Kimberly J.
No one. And the
yeah.
special effects, hello.
Hello.
I don't-
Calabar was scary, but really hot.
Really hot.
Yeah.
Really hot.
Wait, so it was the Cheetah Girls, and then how did that progress for you? Did you ever see them in
Do you love a
concert?
girl group?
Yes.
Yeah.
No, I love a girl group. I didn't see Cheetah Girls, but my best friend Rachel did, and I was really jealous of her, and
Yeah,
it was very
I'd be
unfair.
pissed, 'cause it's
I was
once
like,
in a
oh, Rachel, I hope you had
lifetime.
the best time.
Yeah. Are you still friends with Rachel to this
I
day?
haven't spoken to her in forever, but like,
Well, it's because of that.
It's because of the Cheetah Girls.
Yeah.
I get it.
I think it went from Cheetah Girls, and then I think I went straight into Gaga.
Right.
It was straight into Gaga because the
Yeah.
year was 2008.
Yes.
Right.
The year was 2008, and it was Gaga.
How old were you in 2008?
8. Wow. So I wasn't allowed to see Gaga in concert.
I'm so jealous of anyone born in 2000.
I know.
It's like
Well, I was born in
like,
99, but same shit.
Okay, basically. It's what
You
right
can round
time.
up.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We're rounding up for charity.
I just like have to say, it's like saying you live in the city when you live in Long Island.
Yeah.
Yes.
Right.
Which we've never done.
I was definitely doing that for sure. On the
Really?
internet. Yeah.
On the internet. Yeah, that makes sense.
Like on Tumblr.
I used to do that when I lived in the suburbs.
yeah, I was
live in the
I
city.
live in New York.
Yeah.
Just never specifying what that
Yeah,
means.
I live in New York.
Yeah.
And
And
then
you're
like
from
this-
New York, right?
Yeah.
Okay. Where?
Washington Heights.
Washington Heights.
Yes.
Up.
Well, I lived in Westchester for a little, and then that was not working for me.
Okay.
Okay.
And my mom was like, "We got to get out of here," so we moved to Washington Heights.
And then what brought you here?
I was like, "I need to go to USC," so I went to
Right.
USC,
Okay.
and then I never left.
That makes sense. I visited USC for one day and I wouldn't have left if I didn't have to.
It was amazing.
And there's a really good ice cream place on campus.
What is
the cookie one.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That was actually really important to me on that one
the
day I
cookie
was
one.
there.
I forget what it
Was it a creamery?
I think it was a baked bear, big
Yes.
bear.
Yeah, the bear was in the title for
Yeah,
sure.
something bear and like
You would love.
I loved when I was touring campuses. Like I would see if they had a creamery one, and I would go and be like, "This is my school."
Where'd you
Delaware.
guys
I was like,
go?
I want to go there. I went to Loyola University, Maryland. It's in
I know what
Baltimore.
Loyola University, Maryland is. Do you like it?
But it's like small, and some people don't know it. It's like very small Jesuit private school.
Did you like it?
You know what? At the time, I did.
Yeah,
I did.
it's
Looking back on it, I'm
Is
kind of
your
like, I
opinion
wish
changing?
I kind of wish I went. I love my friends that I met there. Don't get me wrong, but I do wish I went to a bigger school. I do.
Yeah, I feel like you would have really thrived.
Yeah, and maybe if it wasn't like so Catholic focused,
Yeah.
would also have been nice. You know, I was the cantor in the chapel choir.
Yeah.
the Please Join Us in Singing page 178.
No, you were not.
Yes, I was.
And anything that you can imagine someone doing, Andrew has done.
Everything.
With full sincerity.
You sang in the choir?
I was not just singing in the choir. I was the one at the mic where the choir was behind me.
Wait, did you love it?
Hallelujah. Yeah, I loved it. I felt in those moments that I was, I don't know. Jesus. Well, yes.
Yeah.
Jesus was speaking through me. I think at the time I
the
probably was
entire
saying that
Loyola
to people as well.
Marymount.
Exactly.
Yes.
And I felt like a star.
Where'd you go?
I went to Hofstra on Long Island.
Did you like it?
No.
Okay.
I was like not interested in college. I regret that.
I also kind of regret that. I never went to class. USC, there were such big lectures.
Yes.
Right.
So
you
I
could
was
just
like,
never
well,
show
let's
up.
just not go.
Yeah.
Right? Like, I'm confused.
Right.
What's the point? But all the smaller classes, like my writing 150, like those I would obviously go to, but like oceanography,
You were skipping oceanography.
I infamously got the lowest grade in the class.
What was the grade?
It was 20% out of 100.
You're kidding. Tell me something about the ocean right now.
I literally couldn't. I remember because that was like my party era, and I went and I took the test, and all my friends were like, we literally guessed everything. I was like, wait, literally same, like I guessed everything.
Do you feel like now when you go to the beach or anything, you feel like, what's the fucking point? You step into the ocean, you're like, I'm embarrassment. We're 20% out of 100.
You're really
Like,
projecting.
kind of.
I'm projecting.
My dad-
Yeah, something that
I was like, well,
embarrassed?
actually, I don't think about oceanography.
Okay.
As
Right.
proven by my 20%.
I get that.
But my friends were like, oh, like we all guessed. We're like, oh my God, we all guessed. And then all the grades came out and they all had like 70% and 80%. And I was like, you guys, like I got 20 out of 100. Which means I got 4 questions right. There was 20 questions.
Wow.
Sending me.
Like,
I love that.
What?
That's
My dad
iconic.
texted me, it's sink or swim. I said, no. I was thinking.
That wasn't funny.
Yeah, I was like, that's not funny. I'm literally failing the class. So
Were you a good student though, like in
Excellent.
school? Okay, amazing.
excellent.
And
really,
then college
really
is
good.
where you dropped off.
Well, because I was only a good student to get into college.
I get that.
I was like, what's the point? Like, I was like fine freshman year, and then sophomore year I was like, fuck, I really want to go to college. Like, I need to kick it into high gear.
Yeah.
And then I like made school my entire personality trait, and then I got to college, and I was like,
What were your extracurriculars?
oh my God.
Yeah, I'm
Tell
ready
us,
to
give us
hear.
the resume.
Okay, you ready?
Please.
Students for Planned Parenthood,
Love.
Okay, yes.
which I started.
Wow.
Yes.
God.
I was the editor-in-chief of the newspaper at one
Yeah,
point.
of course.
Yearbook.
Right.
Love a gay on the yearbook.
Yeah, of
Every single
course.
person.
Every single one.
What else? I was volleyball.
Yes.
Right.
Libero. What were you?
Yes.
Of course.
Libero.
Yeah, I
What
get
is
it.
that?
The small one.
Oh, okay.
The small twink on the
that's
team.
what I would like.
Yeah.
I wasn't a twink. Don't get me wrong, but I was small.
Yeah,
I was rolling around.
same. What else did I do? I think I like tutored at one point. I fucking at that, and then at some point I just started making shit up
Yeah.
Yeah.
because I was like, well, they're not gonna know.
Key club.
I did. Like something about media club. I think we met once, and I put it on my resume.
That's all I was.
And then my
doing.
thing was internships. I had like internships,
Love
like
that.
I had like 2 a summer.
in high school.
Wow. What internships were you
I
doing?
did. I interned at Entertainment Weekly.
Yes.
I interned at this PR firm. I interned at this like city congresswoman's.
That's
What were we
crazy.
doing?
What were we doing? We were. I was cleaning a toilet at the hockey rink in the
Yes.
summer, which was amazing.
Which felt like an internship.
That was an internship.
Yeah, in many ways. In
Yeah.
many
Picking
ways it
weeds
was.
with Jerry.
Jerry.
He was sweet.
Andrew.
Hockey in the summer.
It was an indoor ice rink.
Okay.
Me and Andrew worked there together. That was
Yeah.
Was it fun?
It was actually fantastic.
Yeah.
That
it was
sounds
one
like
of those
really
summer
fun.
jobs.
Really
that
drove
you're
around in a
like,
golf cart and like, you know.
all I wanted to like do was be in like a coming of age movie.
Me too.
And that was kind of it. I was like, I never got a license, don't know how to drive to this day. But
Me too.
Wow.
Me too. I don't know how to drive. Do you drive?
I drive.
He's been driving us around this whole trip.
which has been mortifying. The
Why?
city is horrible to drive
It's
in.
horrible. Where are you guys staying?
Silver Lake.
Of course.
Yes.
You're slaking.
Is that the term?
That's what me and my straight girlfriends call it.
Slaking.
Yeah. We're like, once the gays find out we're calling it this, we're going to get killed.
When did you come out?
Different times. Like, I think to my parents when I was in like 4th grade, and then
Okay.
to everyone when I was in like 10th grade.
Good for you.
Fourth grade.
It was like very obvious.
Yeah.
I mean, I was like dancing.
Right.
Yeah.
We were doing the same shit. We
You
came out
know.
at 21.
You came out at 21?
Crazy? Yeah.
It's devastating
I
to
know.
hear. And we were doing
Both
the
of you?
same-
Yeah. Joe
Well, I
found
was
me on
20.
Tinder.
I was 20. Andrew was 21.
You found him on Tinder?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, that's because you were in the choir at the church.
Yeah, you
Exactly.
were working full time at that point for God.
For God, yeah.
Yeah, I was, and I still to this day, we started the episode before you got here, and I was saying I might join the priesthood at this point.
Well,
if I'm still single by 30.
Oh, I'm game for that.
Okay, wait.
I'll do it with you. I'm Jewish. I'll do
Franciscan
it.
brothers.
Yeah. I'll be a priest.
Can you imagine us stunting in those robes?
No, they'd be cunt.
It'd be so good.
I've been saying it. Your food is paid for. Your
Food
house
was paid for?
Yeah.
I'm just gonna say why not. I
God
actually
doesn't
don't know
make you
why
pay
I
for
assumed
food.
that.
No, he would never. And you imagine all the shit you hear in the confessionals?
The tea that you're getting.
Like,
Wait,
Stop.
But
That
that would be the biggest
conversation.
curse because how do you not go and repeat all of it
I think you can.
to the other priests?
To the other priest.
I think you.
Like two of you
It's not like
afterwards,
Like
you'd be
I'd
like,
be like,
"You're
did
not
you
gonna
hear what?
believe."
You know, people like confess murder and you're not allowed to say
Yes,
anything.
yeah.
I tell you.
Yeah, you would. It would be a really good TV show. It's like gays in the priesthood. And,
Yes.
and like you get back from confession and you're like, that
Girl,
was
you're
insane.
Like, wait, she's
eating-
not okay.
They give you cars. They give you everything.
What?
Whatever you need.
Cars.
Well, I mean, like, I think that I was saying when you're a university president and it's a Catholic school, you're getting a car.
Well,
Okay.
because like you're
God
like
is
gifted.
not having you walk in.
You're
No.
gifted a lot. Like
Okay.
by parishioners, basically, yeah.
From God?
Yes, yeah. They're like, here's a begin. Like I went to Catholic high school, and they were all driving like Audis, every single Franciscan brother, but like they can't buy anything. So they're
What? You're not
they
allowed
had
to buy
Rolexes.
What?
They take a vow of poverty, so it's like someone gifts
type of
them
poverty.
We'll take the vow.
Yeah,
Do you think that this episode is going to be picked up by Fox News?
actually, I would love that.
Two Italians and one Jew, all gay, make fun of the Catholic religion.
Literally.
You know what? We'd be so fucking lucky.
Truly.
We'd be so fucking lucky.
I would love.
I would love.
Yeah, no, I've been gunning for that for years
Same.
now.
Same.
That's my goal.
Love a headline. Well, I'm gay, so.
Right,
Wow.
exactly.
It comes naturally.
So you came out in 10th. Well, the 4th grade one really is kind of sticking with me because that's actually my dream.
Because my mom like said something to me about it, and then I was like, oh my God, she definitely fucking knows.
and you knew for sure.
Yes.
I love this.
Did you guys know?
Yeah.
It was all like
It's such a blurred line for me because of how much I was denying it.
well, I was watching Jersey Shore at a very young age. I
Right.
remember thinking like Mike, the situation was very attractive.
Uh-huh.
And then it was like I was watching Glee,
thing
and I
leads
thought
to
like Finn was
another.
perfect and Puck was hot. Like
Yeah,
before,
Right, of course.
you know.
Yeah,
Yeah.
before the curse.
Before the curse.
Yeah.
And I was like, I think I just have to say something because like I'm obviously knowing this isn't normal because Kurt is getting fucking bullied.
And you were like, that's going to be me.
Yeah, I was like,
Yeah.
I have to tell
I'm on the fast
mom.
track
And my
to
mom
Kurt
was like,
Hummel.
oh, well, I know. And then I was like, okay. And then apparently I asked for like a toy or something. And then she said no. And I went back to bed.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
Was the toy gay?
It was probably like a Barbie.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And she was like,
I'm gay, I need a Barbie.
One thing was enough tonight.
Yeah, she was like, I can't give you this right now. I was like, oh, okay. It was like the recession.
Okay, so then you came out in 4th grade, but then to your friend's 10th grade. So there was about
Like I
6
came out to
years.
like 3 of my girlfriends freshman year, and they were like, "Oh, well, we know." And I was like,
Okay.
"Okay." And then sophomore year, like, yeah,
I'm so jealous. It makes me
it really
seed.
like didn't make that much of a difference.
No, but sometimes I do think like if we were out in high school, what would like? Did you ever do musical theater, or you just were obsessed with musical
You
theater?
did musical
I did.
theater.
You
I
did.
did Thoroughly Modern Millie.
Okay,
and then I did
love.
Pride and Prejudice, but that wasn't musical.
Well, I do
theater.
think that if we came out earlier, we
At the
would have
very
done
least,
musicals.
we would have done musical theater.
Yeah,
it's really fun.
I know.
It makes
It's
me
really
sad.
fun. I did Thoroughly Modern Millie though before I was out,
Okay,
and I was Jimmy.
None of those words make sense to me, unfortunately.
Oh my God, because you didn't do musical theater.
No.
You guys would have loved it. You would have loved it.
I would have been. I know it's still like one of my biggest regrets in life.
because you get so close with the cast, and then you have dress rehearsals, and you're eating on the floor, and like
As
it's
someone
the little things.
in musicals, especially when being gay in a musical in high school, what was happening at the cast parties? I just need to know because I feel like people would come back the next day after the cast party and be like, Like, we kissed. I was like, okay, they're
we
fucking.
didn't have cast parties.
Wow.
My school was weird. Like, it was like, I think we got like maybe Chinese food after.
Okay, that's
sweet.
nice.
It was raining though.
Oh.
And then I went home.
Wow.
Yeah, like nothing that serious happened.
I did one cast party because I was doing like directing for the plays because I was too afraid to commit to the actual thing. And there was like a moment where the lead girl went around to every single gay in the cast and made out with each and every one of them at the cast party. And I was like, we don't have to do all this. But I went home and I was like, you guys, like, I totally made out with last night.
Was she your first kiss?
No, Sarah was my first kiss. Sucking with Sarah was my first kiss.
Yeah.
Who's sucking with Sarah?
She's my high school girlfriend who
It's unfortunate that like
named her Suckin, which is such a shame.
because
She's,
all
like,
of
a
our
teacher.
listeners like refer to her as sucking with Sarah or
Because of Andrew.
SWS. Because why did it come up sucking with?
Suckin started because I think that you thought I was implying that Sarah was sucking. And you said you were sucking with Sarah.
Yeah.
And I said no. And then somehow sucking with Sarah has not left.
Do you guys
us.
still talk to Sarah?
Yeah.
Yes. Yeah.
She loves it.
She
loves it?
Her fans are
Good
her
sport.
suckies.
What an
Yeah.
ally.
Her suckies.
Her suckies.
Yeah, her suckies.
Yeah, that's her fans.
I suckies.
Literally. Yeah.
From 10th grade, gay.
Gay.
College,
Gay.
you're partying.
Partying.
We're checking in, still gay.
Yes.
Still gay.
Still
How's
gay.
that going?
No, it was great. I discovered what Grindr was in college.
Okay. What's
This
your
was a
relationship
mistake.
to Grindr? And
Never
so
again.
serious. Never again.
I had a phase.
Okay.
I mean, I don't know if you guys are like. Did you ever have like a phase?
You really had a phase.
I had a phase and it's such a scary, sick, and twisted.
No, I had a phase. Like, it was too much. It was every time I went out, and then like, it was just something was like. I think my friends were like, "Baby, enough."
Yeah. It's
Like,
That's
debilitating.
nice to have friends who are willing to do that.
Well, they said enough the whole time, and then finally they were like, "Enough."
Like, we're actually being serious.
Like, we're actually being
scared.
serious. Like, you're getting a rep. Like, enough.
Wow.
I wasn't. But
But
like,
amongst them, you were.
amongst them, I was. They were all talking about it.
It is
Wow.
like, it does suck. Like when you are going through that phase and like you are going out with friends, it's all you can think about is opening up the app and
It does
refreshing.
Well, I would
Destroy your
undownload
friendships.
it. I would undownload it, and then I would re-download it at like 10 p.m. and like
course.
be in the corner, like
Yeah.
making my
It's like 0
profile.
feet, 0 feet.
Yeah, like
You're like, what's up?
literally making my profile, and then they would be like, I wouldn't like talk to any of them because I'd be on my
Yeah,
phone.
exactly.
Yeah.
That's what happens.
I was like, well, you guys all want to catch a dick too,
Right.
Literally.
Yeah,
But it is like brain rot in the
it's brain
fullest
rot.
degree. Like,
I think it like debilitated my ability to like flirt with people.
well, yeah.
Because I like don't know how to now. I'm
No,
like,
because
pick?
like
I really, in real life, you're like, pics?
Yeah, they're like, well, I'm
Into?
right here.
I mean, I still feel it to this day. I'm like, I can't have conversations with people sometimes when I'm
Yeah.
out of the bar, but I'm so confident behind a screen. I'm saying things like I never would say it. I'm like,
well, that's true.
you know what I mean? Like,
Yeah.
I'm saying bro and man.
like, hey,
on the
stud.
apps.
Stud.
not.
Stud. I say stud.
What?
That cracks me up. I'm
Stud.
sorry.
You say
No, dude,
stud?
you say
Stud. S-T-U-D.
I say dude sometimes, but that's the farthest I'll get.
Yeah.
Stud?
Stud.
That's
I
like
know.
almost like, are you trying to make it sound mass?
But you guys are saying like bro. You're saying bro, dude.
Yeah,
man,
no, but
and
stud,
I say
I'm saying
stud, and it's fucking
stud
weird.
isn't like
Stud is
stud's not like
intense.
broy. Stud's almost like
Like,
Sandy in Greece.
But
to
I felt
me.
like stud gives like sexy. I thought.
Yeah, it does.
It's like, hey, stud. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I don't get the same thing.
It
from
gives confidence.
Bro.
It does give confidence.
Bro gives like, are you sure you're meant to be on here?
To that point about like, I do feel like it destroys flirting in such a scary way. Like, I genuinely think, and like, it's a shame because, well, I guess I got on Grindr at like 18.
Yep.
So like, I kind of never had the chance to learn anything else. But like,
Because there was no other opportunity.
no, it's
Yeah.
and especially when you're gay. I feel like, I mean, like the dating apps, I think destroy that for everyone. But
Yeah.
like, how often are you like at that age really surrounded by a bunch of gay men that you can like actually flirt with? Like,
Never.
it's not happening.
No.
Especially when you're in college, like you're with your straight girls. Like, there's no world where you're like, oh, I'm at a gay bar, I can just go up to someone.
Right.
But now
Yeah, they're everywhere.
they're everywhere. But,
You
but
can't get away.
still, but
You
now
can't
my
get
brain
away.
is still on Grindr mode, and I'm like, oh, I can't speak to someone.
No, same.
I think it's also like being terrified of being rejected.
Yeah, it's
Yeah,
the
we're
biggest
blocked.
fear.
Yeah.
Profile not
Or
available.
blocked.
Sorry
I'll
you
kill
brought that
myself.
up.
No,
I'm sorry.
There's nothing worse.
Face, send, block.
No, that too.
Yeah,
but
I'm-
then like
I'm gagged.
you send a little pic.
Yeah.
And then they block you after that. You're like, how do I even go on?
No, you
I'm
can't.
disgusting.
I'm disgusting.
And everyone thinks it.
And everyone thinks it.
Or if they don't block me, I'm like, but you wanted to.
But you
wanna
wanted to
block me
because you
because
stopped
that
responding.
other guy just blocked me because I'm pathetic.
Well, I once charged Grindr to my dad's credit card.
I've seen this
You saw
post.
this.
We
It
were
was
just
so
recapping
bad.
it yesterday.
It was the text.
But your dad was very nice about it.
He was
He's
trying
like,
not
I have
to get
no problem with
canceled.
Grindr.
Yeah, he was trying not to get canceled.
Yeah.
He knew I was going to post it. And I was like, oh my God, I was at my friend's house in Connecticut and I was talking to this guy from the city and I needed the fucking Explorer option
Of course.
to keep talking to him.
Paying $20.
And I honestly wanted to see if he read my message at this rate.
Of
He was
course.
so
Is
cute.
that only on Grindr, like premium?
Yeah, it is.
20 a month. You guys know how much I spent on Hinge the other weekend?
How much?
2 days, $60.
Was that like 4
Yeah, super boosts.
Yeah.
2 super boosts.
You're
They're
kidding
$30 a
Of
super
course.
boost.
It's 24-hour
Did you
boost.
get what you needed though?
Of course not.
That's the worst.
Of course not. So I did it
ever.
again, still didn't get it, and was like, cool. So people are seeing this.
Like, actually, everyone's aware.
You're at the
just
top
don't
of
want to.
everyone's profile. You're
I was like, oh fuck. And like super boost, like I must be at the top.
Yeah.
It's not even boost.
No, they supered you. Yeah.
If I was still on Hinge right now, I'd be paying for a super boost a day.
I was thinking you're inspiring me to do it because
I'm going to do
thinking
it
about doing
after this podcast because I've just, every time I switch my location, super boost.
Should we click together? Should
Yes.
we boost together at the same
Yes.
time?
And let's
hysterical.
compare likes at the end of
Yeah.
it.
That is one of my favorite things to do, is to just scroll on an app like that. I
Yeah.
feel like that is the best game you could play.
That is such a pretty privilege thing to say.
Well, no. Well, thank you. No, I just mean like
It's my worst nightmare scrolling on those apps
real, but
because I'm
but do you
convinced
do
I'm
it
on
all
a
the
fucking
time?
ugly algorithm.
No.
Yes, me and my friends are like, what is happening?
Are you looking like so?
What's
who
your
are you
type?
looking for? Yeah, what
Like
is your
straight.
type? Yeah, well that
Yeah.
makes sense. It's the problem.
Yeah. Are you guys Swifties?
yeah.
The biggest.
Joe is a huge.
Yeah, like a sick and crazy way. I have a moon and Saturn on my arm tattooed.
Oh, no.
Yeah, for 7.
It's like it does suck. Like as a Swiftie, like to be by other Swifties that are even more Swiftie.
There's
than
a
you.
hierarchy.
There's a hierarchy because then you feel like
it's a
what's-
class system.
How do I even talk?
Yeah.
It really genuinely is.
It's a, and you but the thing is, it's easy to rise. Just listen to the music.
Yeah,
Yes.
but it's very clockable when you're like saying you're a Swiftie, but you don't know what song is from what album, and like every
Right.
like, you need to
You
know,
know-
all of the lore.
Yeah.
Right. What's your favorite album?
My favorite album, I would say, is I think it's Lover.
I love Lover. Evermore is my
love-
favorite besides 1989.
Yeah.
For me,
Evermore
it's
is amazing.
folklore.
Your folklore girl.
Folklore, Evermore, Reputation.
Okay. I'm in my rep era right now.
Are you?
Like just because I'm like, I think Rep's such a beautiful album, like in the sense that like she's like this wounded like
Yeah.
animal, and then she like finds love, and then she like comes back, and it's
Right.
like
Did anything trigger your
Are you-
era
yeah,
or like what's
you know?
happening?
I like went on a date that went really well.
Oh.
And then I was like listening.
Listening to Delicate.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah. Going home and putting on
Yes.
Delicate immediately and being
Wait,
like,
that song changed my life.
yes. Yeah.
And then also Gorgeous.
Yeah.
And I used to never like Gorgeous.
No, but
'Cause I was like,
once
this is chuggy.
something changes in your brain.
Yep.
That's all of her music for me. Like even the songs I don't like, it just takes one experience for me to be like, I was wrong and she was right. And
Yes.
it literally locks in. I cannot undo it.
You know, she's going to Coachella.
Is she?
That's word on the street. I'm
Yeah.
going to scream.
And you don't
It's like
cry,
not even
so
funny.
it's gonna be a
Like,
lot of
it's almost
No,
Take
the
the
last
air
time
out
I
of the
cried
room.
was at Phoebe Bridgers at Coachella. That was the
Really?
last
Really?
time I like
James?
actually verbally cried.
I feel like you were crying a lot publicly.
Yeah, I feel like
I
you're always
tear
posting
up.
you cry.
Okay.
Oh, okay.
You know what? Sometimes I view it as like an acting method. Like, you know, like sometimes I'm like,
get it.
ooh, I'm like emotional right now.
get it.
Like, but the last time I like actually like shed a tear that I wasn't on drugs, like, cause like last time I was like crying, like I was on shrooms. I was finishing. Do you guys watch Girls?
Of course. Stop.
No,
Stop.
like,
I
you
just
stop.
finished
Joe just
it. I
finished
just
it.
finished it for the first
Okay.
time. Like 2
Goodbye
weeks ago.
Tour when Crowded Places is playing and they're
When
all-
Crowded
Yeah.
Places comes on, and then
I
when
was
Hannah
hysterically sobbing.
lip syncs to it in the car,
Oh,
I
my
actually
God.
was clutching
I just,
my
like,
bed.
clenched up.
Yes, it
I
was
Whole body clench.
No, like,
I
you don't
literally
get it.
just
Like, you
clenched
don't
up.
get it.
No, I have to.
You've never seen?
I've seen the first season.
Oh my God.
It is
I know.
one of the like truly one of the best pieces of art I've ever seen.
It's like what?
sell me on it.
It was Sex in the City for like our generation.
and
Okay.
but better.
But better. I think it's
Unfortunately,
better.
It's
It's
truthfully
really good.
All right, I'm gonna have to watch, and we're gonna
I
have
think
to redo
everyone's
this.
becoming self-aware enough to finally appreciate it.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that
Is
is
what's really happening.
And you're a Hannah.
Oh my God. Through and through.
Yeah.
What are you?
I think I would also find myself as a Hannah, although I honestly think at the end of the day I'm maybe a Marnie.
I get the Marnie.
Go.
And
Can
you're
you place
Hannah.
me? Okay.
He is
because we're
Hannah.
similar.
It changed my life, and I'm not
Is it like-
joking.
Me
too.
It literally changed my
life.
perspective on myself. By the episode where she does the moth reading, her essay reading about Jess.
Oh, and
Jess
she
Adam.
switches it up.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I was literally in severe
Oh my God.
tears.
She's such a good actress because they're like, you did such a good job. And she's like, no, I didn't. She's so angry. And then,
And then
she
she
just
like,
gets
walks over
home.
the bridge. Yeah. It's so good.
Okay, I have FOMO and I need to
Yeah,
watch
you
it.
need to watch.
Like, okay, I will.
It's
And the
amazing.
Jenny Slate episode, the one after that, or like right before.
What happens in that one again?
It's like Tally, like the girl who like finds success, and she like smokes weed with her. in
and
the
Marnie's
bed.
like, oh my God, I love her. I
Yeah.
love her. And she's like, why do you love her so much?
Yeah.
I'm Hannah.
yeah,
that's me.
No, it tracks.
I will give you the best episodes. Panic in Central Park.
Please.
Panic in Central Park.
Does it ever take a lull? Like, 'cause I know-
Yes, when Hannah's in Iowa. It's okay. It's not horrible just because anything she does is so funny to me.
But it's different.
It's different. And then she gets back from Iowa and shit hits the fan.
okay.
Oh my
That
god.
Always
episode
happens
really
when you
made
get
me
back from
upset.
Iowa.
Yeah, it's so you can't go.
You can't go to
Yeah.
Iowa.
Do not
'cause
go to
shit's gonna
Iowa.
hit the fucking fan.
It was bad. It was bad. Oh no, actually, you know what? I take it back. Iowa was kind of funny because she thinks she's like the best writer in the world, and then she's like, you know what? I'm just watching.
Yeah, you
Okay,
have
I'm
to
gonna
watch
watch it.
it.
You guys are like spoiled.
I know,
Not
we're
that I
spoiling.
retain legitimately anything.
No, we're spoiling
so-
because like the entire season's like, am I going to get into Iowa? And
Okay.
She does.
Do you want to act?
so badly.
Okay, I get that.
What do you want to act on?
I don't know, something funny like a girl's ass,
Yeah.
or
Yeah.
like Sex Lives of College
I
Girls,
get it.
or like a Dave,
Yeah.
or like just something like that.
3 in every 4 gays want a TV show.
Yeah.
And that's like factually correct.
And I'm one of those.
Yeah,
Yeah,
well,
well,
there's,
yes.
there's,
There's 3
yeah,
people
we're
in
all
the room.
locked in here.
Yeah.
But that is like a genuine fact. I think that every gay person believes they deserve a TV show. They could win Drag Race, and
Yes.
they would be the best actor of all time.
You guys, I've
Say
never seen Drag Race.
If there's one product I recommend to elevate your health, that's AG1.
Well, yes.
And that's why I'm excited to welcome them as our partner.
Lately, well, you know, I used to be getting very, very sick.
Yeah.
And my immune system was kind of shot.
We're Digesty Betty.
I was digesty Betty. That's a really good way to put it. But honestly, since taking AG1, have felt much better. I digest my food better. I just feel like I'm not as much.
I've noticed. I know you and those multivitamins, Andrew. I know you.
I was popping so many pills, but it has completely been able to take the role of my prebiotics, my probiotics, and my digestive enzymes.
Yeah, those DEs. I recommend it because a team of doctors and scientists worked on it, and I'm not going to mess with a scientist.
So if you want to take ownership of your health, it starts with AG1. Try AG1 and get 1 free year supply of vitamin D3K2 and 5 free AG1 travel packs with your first purchase at drinkag1.com/goodchildren.
That's drinkag1.com/goodchildren. Kind of makes sense
That-
to me for you.
Okay. I think that you would really like
I'm
it.
starting it. I'm starting off season 4 today.
Okay. Oh, perfect.
Okay.
I'm starting season 4. I was told to watch
That's a
season 4,
great-
5, and 6.
Yes.
I'm very excited.
Yes.
I'm very pumped. And then I also was told that while I'm watching Drag Race, I have to watch Untucked as well.
Yes.
Because if you're not watching Untucked, you're only getting half the story.
Do all gays like come to this? I was literally like, what? That's what they said. Is that like a thing?
Yeah,
It's like
that's what
this.
they say.
Yeah, it's like
Oh,
if you're
okay.
not watching Untucked, you're only getting half the story.
Well, I'm starting today. I'm really excited. I was
Okay.
supposed to start on my flight back, but I fell asleep. I mean, I don't think I have much to do for the rest of the day, so I'm just going to sit and watch Drag Race.
Avoid
Yeah.
the sun.
Avoid the sun.
No,
Even
avoid
though
the sun.
It's gorgeous out.
It is.
But is
Don't
the
look up.
eclipse over?
But I saw,
When does it
I
end?
saw one person share their Instagram story, and they said, "Do not look at the sun at all today."
Yeah, no. Oh.
At all today.
Were you planning on it? Were you-
I was
hour.
planning on like being over this by the time we got out of this.
Yeah.
And like being like, okay, I can like live. But I was walking around like this.
Are you afraid of the retinal holes?
I'm afraid. I did Pilates with someone today and they were like, there's like a portal that's open.
I had a feeling this.
And
is
I was like, what does that mean? And she was like, really, really bad energy. Like you need to stay inside. Like you can't look. And I was like,
You're kidding.
and I'm very superstitious. I'm very OCD. And I'm
get to Spotify.
Yeah.
Bad energy. Bad energy.
and I'm like, no. And I'm like, but I have my evil eye on. So I'm like, oh my God.
I did see a TikTok that was like, whatever you do, don't meet anyone new on the day of the eclipse, and don't do anything new. And I was like, okay, perfect.
And now what?
And now what?
But I will tell you one thing.
Well?
I've had retinal holes before.
What the fuck is a retinal hole?
Yeah, exactly. So I'm not really entirely sure, but I did go to get my eyes checked one time, and the optometrist was like, "Oh, you need to get this checked out." So if I didn't get it checked out, if she didn't catch that, I could have went blind. Yeah.
And that could happen from just looking at the eclipse.
By just looking at the eclipse. But I'll
it
tell you
might
one
be
thing.
just from looking at the sun.
If you get that hole, it gets zapped real quick. It's a really uncomfortable feeling to get a laser in your eye. But at the end of the day, I can see.
Okay.
And that's beautiful.
And you drove me to get dinner that night.
I actually got my hole zapped. Well, I wish. I got my hole zapped and
picked me up.
picked you up. I
Yeah.
couldn't see shit.
No.
I should be arrested. I couldn't.
You drove in the city?
No, Long Island.
Got it.
So you've always been very superstitious.
Oh, the most.
Have you suffered from that? Like,
Yes,
in
it's
many
like
ways?
it's OCD.
Yeah.
That's what it is. I have really bad OCD, and so that's where it, like,
And
really
we're like
manifests.
joking and laughing about it, but it's actually
Wait, it's
very
hysterical. I
serious.
used to like fucking
like,
flop
so
my
we can't-
Are
lips.
you even more like? I'm assuming that even more resonating with girls because that's a
Yes,
crazy
'cause-
storyline in that
yes,
show.
that was the first time I've ever felt OCD. Like, I was like, oh my God, wait, that's what I have.
Yeah.
I was like, wait, I didn't know other people have this.
and it's done so like realistically. I feel like watching that happen.
I was like, that is what I have.
Yeah.
And I was like, I need to get on meds. But I went on meds in 2020, obviously. One of my first panic attacks ever. I've had 2 in my life. You ready to hear about them?
Yeah,
Can I
please.
tell you them?
Please.
Okay, so the first one was because I took edibles and I was alone.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, that does.
And I was
that.
like,
Yeah.
the
Googling,
second one,
am I gonna die?
ever since the episode of Keeping Up with the Kardashians where Rob by accidentally takes Viagra, I've had a fear of by accidentally taking Viagra and having to go to the hospital. And I was sitting at dinner and someone was talking about how this guy they were hooking up with took Viagra and the room started spinning. I said, oh my God, oh my God, oh my God. I couldn't breathe. I looked at my best friend. I said, Alice, we need to get the fuck out of here. And
Were
I
you
went
high?
outside. Nope, dead sober. And I was so panicked about the Viagra that I had to go outside and touch cold things.
Oh my god.
Oh my God. I can't
When
believe
was
Viagra
this?
does that to you.
Literally 2 months ago.
Oh wow.
The idea of Viagra.
Like,
You-
oh my God, because like Rob had to go to the hospital, like it wouldn't go down. Like, oh my God, I'll never forget it. I was
Which
walking.
I don't understand. Okay, I'm going to be so serious with you.
Don't say it.
Say it.
Sometimes I take Viagra. I'm literally so sorry, but I have to debunk this for you because I think that you need to hear it from me.
Okay, just say
and not
it.
from Bob
This might
Kardashian.
help.
This is going to help you.
Okay.
When you take Viagra, the only way that you get hard is if you are sexually turned on. You don't stay hard. That's why I think that was fake, what was going on in the Kardashians. It's, hey,
You have to stop.
what?
Like, I'm just confused. Like, I had a friend the other night. The reason this is so prevalent is because I think
I'm like, what?
my friend took like horny goat weed or whatever as like a joke the other night, and he said he had a boner for 12 hours straight. And I said, you need to. I can't look at you for. I don't want to talk about this anymore with you. Like, what are you talking about?
Okay, well, I don't have to keep...
No, you can.
Getting into full
But I'm-
detail.
This is exposure therapy.
It's exposure therapy. I'm just being so serious and saying like it will not do anything to you, so don't be nervous unless you're like trying to get it. And then you're like, yes, and then it goes down.
But you're never going to take it.
No,
You have
never
no
take
I
it.
intention.
That's
literally
fine.
have a pit in my stomach right now.
I can't believe that you went into full graphic detail.
But
that's okay.
Sometimes we need to be exposed to these things.
Yes.
Exposure therapy.
Of course. Just don't look up at the sun. And
No,
take you to
look,
a
don't
different
look up at the
portal.
sun and don't take Viagra.
Yeah,
Yeah,
exactly.
Those are your 2 rules. Do you have any more rules that you like follow every single day of your life?
A few.
Okay.
I hate refrigerators.
Okay.
Okay, now what do you mean about that?
Like, I think the smell of multiple leftovers together
Yeah.
is fucking disgusting.
Okay.
Yeah, I get that.
So whenever I open a refrigerator, I go like this. And then you close it and you still have to have your hand on this and you run away because the smell, the refrigerator,
Yours. Yeah.
like
Yeah,
the
it
smell.
permeates.
Yep, it permeates.
Do you
I
think that's just like maybe like an upkeep in the fridge issue?
No, I'll tell you what it is.
Okay.
I was at my friend's house in 10th grade and she kept her dog food in the fridge.
No.
It was traumatizing. It was one time only. I never opened her fridge again and I had
Ever
trouble.
since
When I'm
then.
learning about you, it's like all it takes is one time.
Yep,
All it
one
takes is
time.
one time.
I also hate cold leftovers.
Okay. That's more understandable to me.
Like my mom always used to eat cold leftovers and
Like
like
what?
I
Like
love
Chinese
cold Chinese food.
Nope,
Yeah.
no.
Love
No. And all of my roommates eat cold leftovers. I think it's fucking despicable.
Okay.
Heat it up.
Heat it up.
Heat it
But
up. And
sometimes
I also have such a hard time getting the leftovers from the container to the plate because the cold, like, oh my God, like,
oh my god.
Wow. Okay, so refrigerators and cold
So
leftovers.
both of those are kind of are those hand in hand?
yes.
Okay.
But the thing is, I also hate the heat.
Okay.
So I sleep with my room on 62 and I have 2 fans and a bed jet.
Are you a soaker of the sheets?
I sweat when I nap.
Only when you nap.
Only when I nap, because I wake up and I'm like, what the fuck? Like,
It
you
is.
know.
I can't nap for that reason.
Oh, I napped for 5 hours yesterday.
Wow,
That was
that's almost
sleeping.
REM.
You're
Yeah.
sleeping.
It's
We're
going to
napping.
sleep.
Yeah.
How many? How
Wake up.
It's my breathing alarm.
time to breathe?
And how amazing do you feel?
That was
kind of
actually
feel
something
really
that we need
light.
to incorporate into our daily lives.
Yep. I have
my
one
entire
at 12 p.m. and one at 6 p.m.
Wow.
I need to start living like you.
Yeah.
I really like what I'm learning is like, every gay man is named Andrew.
Yeah,
Andrew
there's a lot of
Reynolds.
gay
Have you seen that on the
Andrews.
apps too? A lot of Andrews.
There's so many Andrews.
It's so hard because it like wipes out about 75% of my chances with people.
Yeah.
Because I won't date an Andrew. That's my thing.
Yeah.
Because imagine.
Would you date a Jake?
Yes.
Okay.
Would you really?
Yeah, I am so desperate. Like, I don't think you guys understand. Like, I don't think you understand just how desperate I am. Like, I'll date anyone.
What is the barrier? What's the blockade in your opinion?
Because you like straight men. You said that.
I like straight men.
I think that is
We
going to be the
need-
barrier.
Yeah.
It's,
turning
it's,
this into
Drag
a
Race
it's a
doesn't help.
self-hatred thing.
Drag
I'll
Race
grow
doesn't
out of it
help.
by like 26.
You actually genuinely will.
I
Yes,
will.
I'm so
I know I
serious.
will.
You're how old? 24.
24.
Yeah,
you
you're
will
gonna-
actually.
I know. It's just,
you will
it's
change.
right. I'm already slowly growing
Yeah.
out of it. By 26, I'll be gone.
Yeah,
But like,
you're 100%.
it was
correct.
bad in college though.
No, I'm sure.
That's why when I was listening to Canceled, I was listening to you speak and I was like, yeah, this is how I felt 4 years ago.
Yeah.
I think
I
that's the
completely
natural
get it.
path of gays.
It is.
It is.
And I'm very jealous of gays that are in like high school now that like, I'm like, wait, when was it? Since when is it cool to be gay?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like,
Now it's-
I'm so happy for them, but I'm like, wait, so, like, when was the switch?
Yeah.
I'll tell you when, 2020.
COVID.
Yeah, everyone was on their phone too much.
Everyone
was like,
became
I think I'm gay.
Yeah. I do feel like from 24 to 26, I went through the biggest change with that shit where I was like, oh, actually, maybe I like being gay now. But
Yeah.
for so long, it was like, I'm like, that was the big issue for me.
Yeah.
Was just being gay.
Even
Yeah.
26 to 28, the change.
Yeah.
On this
Really?
podcast too. But we're airing everything on this podcast, which is like very healing. But like when you can talk about it all the time, and even like therapists, like you,
Yeah.
like you're talking about these things, but like you're gonna see a major shift.
Yeah.
For sure.
I'm excited.
Yeah.
And Drag Race will definitely help.
I'm not
Absolutely.
joking. It genuinely does
I'm
help.
pumped for Drag Race.
You're gonna stop looking for love in the wrong places.
I know that's what I need to do. That's
what it is.
I'm looking in the wrong places.
Yeah.
Because the vibes are all that matter. Well, I mean, like I'm saying this to you because I'm saying it to myself as
Yeah,
well. It's like,
you are definitely.
it's because again,
you're
I'm
self-soothing.
turning 28 and I have not been in a relationship.
I haven't been in a relationship either.
So don't feel crazy.
Okay, I don't feel crazy.
Don't feel crazy.
I think my issue though with the apps is that I haven't like changed my photos in like 2 years. And like, let's be real, I was like 20 pounds lighter. And like, so I'm like, oh my God, I'm a catfish. Like,
So
I am.
why haven't you changed them?
because I look better in those
Okay,
ones.
okay.
So, like-
See, I've always been team look worse. Look worse on your apps than you do in real life.
Yeah.
I know, because
That's
the
the best
guy, the
situation.
closest I ever felt to love was this
God.
32-year-old. We hooked up twice over the course of 6 months.
Okay.
I call him my
That's
situationship.
Yeah.
He literally moved apartments.
That's a relationship.
Yeah, it was a relationship. My friends drove me to each hookup, and he looked better in person. I'll never forget it. He opened the door. I said,
And you're like, let's go.
"Let's go now."
I got a bed jet.
We watched the Von Dutch documentary,
Wow.
and I was like, "Wait, I'm like not interested."
You're like, this is so
He
weird,
was like,
right?
Yeah, like he was like, "Isn't this so interesting?" I was like, "So interesting."
You're like, can I just like rest my head right here?
Yeah, he was like,
Thank you.
"Oh, no."
Yeah.
How did that end?
How did it end?
Yeah.
It just never started.
Right.
Yeah.
Okay.
But it ended. I forget. I think he got a boyfriend, and I texted him like once a month for a year and a half, asking if he was still with the boyfriend every weekend. He was like, "Yeah, no." He responded every time.
Well, that was sweet that he responded.
Still with them.
Still with him.
Yeah. So it must be nice.
Yeah.
I kind of really respect that determination that you had, though.
Yeah.
Have you followed up recently?
Should I check the last
Yeah.
time?
Text right now.
We had to change his name in my phone to a puzzle emoji.
Text him, don't look up at the sun.
Okay. December 9th.
So kind of recently.
Yeah, and this was like a 3 year ago thing.
And
What's
you
wrong with
You
me?
checked in on December 9th and said, are you still in the
Yeah, he didn't
relationship?
respond. I think it's over.
Oh.
Yeah. But like he opened his closet for me and he had like suit after suit after suit. I was like, this is my dream.
This is your
man.
dream.
He worked in finance.
Yeah.
Of course.
Like what?
Of course. He's got money.
Get
He's
marry
got
me.
Stunning.
Right.
Past addiction.
Oh, so he's
Important.
learned and grown.
He's learning.
Yeah.
Yeah, he was like telling me all about it. I was like, I was like, oh my God, this is
And
it.
how old were you at this time?
You're 21.
21.
And he was 30.
32, 33.
Got it.
The love of my life.
Yeah.
To this day, I would have married him.
The one that got away.
On the spot.
Wow.
I'll find him again.
I'm sure you will.
I will
Your
find him
paths
again.
are going to cross.
Yeah, they will. I'll probably text him later.
The ghosting, the losing touch like that, I do think is one of the most brutal experiences you could possibly have. You're really familiar with it.
Oh yeah, I'm ghosted all the time. Ghosted and blocked. It's like I go on a date with somebody, I'm like, that was the best date of my entire life. And then they like kiss me and I'm like, oh my God, because I'm not making the first move. It's like, that's just like my thing. I'm getting out of that.
Yeah.
It's a confidence thing. But they'll like kiss me and then I'm like, oh my God, that's the love of my life. 2 minutes later, I'm blocked.
I kissed someone. I made the first move for the first time the other day.
Oh my
Did it work?
God.
It worked. And
There
then
you
I
go.
realized that maybe there's a reason that I don't want to make the first move. Because then throughout the rest of it, it's like
You're in
I'm
charge.
and I don't want that.
Yeah, you don't want to be Dom.
I don't want
get it.
that. I
get it.
don't.
I feel like that was
So
probably what it was.
I just don't know if I'm ever going to grow out of not wanting to make the first move.
I think that you might. I don't know.
You might.
It's even like going up to somebody, like
Yeah.
right. It's like it's exposing yourself to those environments, but it's like instead of hiding behind the phone or whatever, it's like you're not going to know until you try it.
Yeah, very
Literally
true.
yesterday, I was on the dance floor and I went up to somebody, and the rest is history. You know, and we all like, well, yeah.
Where'd you go?
Hot Dog Sunday.
We went to Hot Dog Sunday.
What is that?
It's just like a gay party.
That sounds really fun.
Lake.
I've heard of this.
Yeah.
I've heard of this. The gays party on Sunday.
They
do.
Yeah,
They
do.
party a lot.
Yeah, every day. Yeah.
It's too much. But yeah, like, how do you feel in gay spaces? Actually,
Really awkward.
Yeah.
Really awkward. Really shy.
Yeah.
Really because you want to know like my first gay space I ever entered?
What?
Are you ready? It was my first concert ever. It was an Azealia Banks concert.
Of course.
I was 14 years old because I loved her. Broke with Expensive Taste just came out.
Yeah.
And I went and I was like, wait, why are gay people mean? I was like, why are they all death staring me? I was with my best friend.
Yeah.
And they were like looking at us because I was like this big. And
And
they were
14.
and I was like, wait, why is everyone being so mean? And I'm just traumatized from there.
Yeah.
That makes sense to me.
Yeah.
It used to terrify me to go into like a gay bar.
It's a lot of confidence.
Yeah. And just like, I'm like, I don't have anything in common with any of these people. I can't speak to them. And then like realizing as I've aged, I'm like, oh, actually, I could talk about Britney Spears for 2.5 hours with any gay person ever. And they're just waiting for someone to make that move.
Right.
And
Like
that
a
has been
conversation like this could happen in
Right.
the gay bar, you know,
Yeah.
like
Right.
at the gay club. It's on you to be like, I'm gonna bring myself there and not
Right.
feel sick.
I like a little more like a low key, like I really just want my call me by your name moment.
right.
I think that you're gonna get it.
It's all I want. That movie ruined my life.
Yeah.
Well, yes.
Same.
That movie ruined my life, like
Yeah.
in a very bad way. I mean that in the worst way possible.
Yeah.
You need
Like-
to be a teenager in Italy.
Yes, with a older straight man
Right.
yeah.
staying at my house.
Yeah.
Staying at your house, riding bikes with him around.
No, that movie did ruin,
The
I think,
beach.
everyone.
I saw that. I was like, whoa. So this is what I should be having, right?
Yeah.
Like, what's happening here? And then, like, I'm friends with like a few gays that like are like I've just started having like actual really close gay friends.
Oh, that's very sweet.
Yeah, it's very sweet. I have two of them. They're awesome.
Love. Yeah, it's a journey.
It is.
It's a
Yeah.
journey and a challenge.
Yeah, and sometimes we forget that we're like we don't forget that we're gay, but like I'm always like, oh, I wish I had gay friends, and then I'm like, oh, I actually am always with
Right.
my gay friend.
Right.
Like, but it is
Yeah.
nice to be able to like, because listen, don't get me wrong, love the girls, love girls gay, whatever. But it's also at the same exact time, it's like it's a different threshold and it's a different layer that you're adding when they're also gay that you can connect with them in such an amazing way, and they just get you.
They get you. Like
You
I
know?
was speaking to my friend the other day about like they just get like the inexperience at
Yes.
a later age.
Yeah.
They're understanding like being uncomfortable in certain
course.
spaces. Like there's just certain things that I can just talk about with
Yeah.
them. That
You
like,
don't have to explain yourself as much.
Yeah.
yes.
Which is a nice feeling.
Yeah, you can just say one, and instead of like your straight friend being like, "Well, what do you mean?" Which
Yeah.
they're just wondering,
Right, of
but like
course.
they like my gay friend Will is like, "Well, yeah,
Yeah.
Yeah.
like totally understand that.
All right, call me by your name. You're gonna get it.
I'm gonna get it.
You're gonna get it. How do you go to Europe?
I'm making myself go this summer.
Well, yes.
I'm
You're
gonna go
to
see Taylor
Italy.
Swift in London. I think.
That's
Smart.
lovely. That's going to be where you get your Call Me By Your Name moments
Yeah,
of
it's
the
gonna be
Eras
kind of
tour.
fuck. I'm
Yeah.
really excited. I've seen Taylor Swift so many times.
How many times?
Well, I did Coachella. I call it Coachella because I saw her 3 days in a row when she came to LA.
Oh, okay, right.
Yes. And then I saw her in Vegas. And then, oh my God, that must have been it. I've
Did
seen
you get
4
into
times.
her like in the past couple of years?
No, I got into her when I was, when did Speak Now come out? So I must have been 10.
Yeah.
Well, when she did Teardrops on My Guitar, I was like, oh, I love this.
Yeah.
But
Speak Now
then
was the
shortly
album
after that,
to-
Gaga entered the picture, and there was just in my head, I was a little monster.
Yeah.
And like that was all
You
I
were
was
putting your
listening
paws
to,
up.
and like my paws were up.
Yeah.
She
Now
did
you
a
can't put
collab
those
with
paws
Barney's.
down.
I had a little ornament from it.
For what?
Lady Gaga did a collab with Barney's when it was still in business, and I remember making my dad go and get me the $20 Barney's Gaga ornament for Christmas. It was all I wanted. And then, but that's when she released Fearless, so I wasn't. And then Speak Now came out, and I got Speak Now as the live album as a gift for Christmas. And then it was from there.
Speak Now was the real gateway one for me.
Yes,
it was like
it's everyone's
storytelling
gateway.
in its peak
It
way.
was also only written by her.
Yes, and that's why it's so good.
But where she really, really got me as like an adult, because like I loved Speak Now, I loved Red, I loved 1989, and then it was like kind of high school. Reputation.
Yeah.
Because I had a huge friend falling out, and my reputation was fucking shit, and a week later Reputation came out.
Wow.
Like, what? And it was like,
She
it changed
healed
my
you.
life.
Yeah.
It changed my life.
Wow.
Yeah.
Look what you made me do premiere the day I had my first gay date.
Oh, seriously?
Yeah. And I remember I was at the Met, and I was like, we need to be quiet for 2.5 minutes because we need to watch this music video.
Yeah, she's like one.
On
Like
the first date is so
Yeah.
good.
As I'm like having like literally want to die, being like, what am I going to do on this date? I'm like, actually,
we're watching Taylor
something
Swift.
happens right now.
What's your favorite
History.
Taylor song? Ever?
Honestly, it's always changing, but the one
Top
I
three.
think,
Give me your top three. You too.
I think You're On Your Own, Kid is up there
Yeah.
because I think it encapsulates so many eras. I don't think that Midnights is one of my lower tier albums.
Are you serious?
Yeah.
You're just not into it yet.
Not yet. It's a yeah.
It's
and
a yeah.
I feel it creeping up on me.
It's-
I really do feel it.
It'll get there. Labyrinth, Maroon.
Well, yeah.
Like,
But there's a lot that I just like, I'm not there. I'm
yeah,
not there
you'll
yet.
get there.
I would say You're On Your Own, Kid. I would say maybe Invisible String, maybe The One.
Okay.
We'll switch that out just like she did on tour.
Yeah. Mhm.
And then, honestly, I think Peace.
I love Peace.
Peace really gets me.
Me and my friends, we did this thing where we all, for fun, we wrote essays about our favorite Taylor Swift songs. My friend wrote hers about Peace, and it was like really kind.
Wow.
Yeah.
Oh, that's kind of fun.
It was really fun. We were like, wait, we kind of miss English class. Like, should we just
Yeah.
write an essay about? Well, you first.
I'm somebody like I love like a pop tune. You know what I mean? Like the slow songs never really get me.
Okay.
But I will say Death by a Thousand Cuts is one of my faves. Today Was a Fairy Tale. It's just like that song for me is like my Call Me By Your Name. Like I
Yeah.
actually want to die when I listen to it because it's like I need that.
Yeah.
And then Betty.
Okay.
I'm like screaming it.
My favorite's The Archer.
Okay.
Correct.
Of all time.
Correct.
I remember where I was when I first listened to it. I was on the the BC station on 110th Street. I was waiting for my train. She released The Archer. I remember listening to it being like, oh, what?
What's going on?
Like, this is my new favorite song of all
Yeah.
time. That's number one. Number two is Call It What You Want.
Yeah,
that's
these are
a really
amazing
good one.
choices.
Yep. And number
it's hard to pick three.
number three goes in and out. But I would say, you know what? I'm going to go with Daylight.
These are amazing options.
Those are my top three. Archer,
really
Call It
good.
What You Want, Daylight.
Those are really
Those
good.
are really good. I think that out of On Lover, Archer, Daylight, and False God.
I
like,
knew you were going to
False
say
God's
False
good,
God.
too.
Yeah.
Swifties have like that telepathical.
Yeah, it's sick.
thing.
It is
Yeah.
really, really sick.
It's sick.
Bidets. Do you like bidets? Are you a frequenter of bidets?
No, that's the thing that like shoots up your ass. Right?
Yeah.
That bugs me out a bit.
Really?
Yeah, because like what?
No, but like, yeah. You
I've
know what I
never
mean?
really done it though.
You're missing out.
Is it
You're
like once you start, you can't stop?
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay.
Because
live
it's like,
without.
why are you wiping your ass? You know what I mean?
Oh, you
don't
do that
have to.
instead of that.
Yeah.
Well, yeah.
Okay, and it works.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It works better than toilet paper could
Shut
ever
the
work.
fuck up.
Yeah.
It's better than you can ever even
Then you
dream.
like don't have a bidet and you're like, I feel disgusting. Like I'm walking around disgusting. A bidet, you're like, oh my God, it's like I just got out of the shower.
Oh, I'm interested.
And,
Yeah.
and it, like when you can change the temperature,
Yeah.
don't get it twisted when it's warm.
The one at the Airbnb we're staying at, it has
Heated
a
seat.
turbo option.
Yep. Budget.
And but the turbo option, like it's
It's
doing
hot.
more than just.
We're gonna send you the link.
It's
Okay.
violent.
Yes. Can you
It's
add it to an already pre-existing
yes,
toilet?
Yes.
Okay.
It's
Just a seat?
$250.
What?
And this will
They
change it.
warm
It
the
has a
seat.
dryer. It has a dryer.
Dryer for the whole.
Are you serious?
I swear
No,
to
it
God.
has everything
Wait,
you need.
you send me this link.
Yeah.
I need it.
Yeah.
We're about to change your life.
You have
We're
changed my
mutually
life.
changing lives today.
Yeah, we are. Budget
And
bidet.
smart bidet.
Yeah.
Done.
Yeah.
Smart bidet. Can you control it on your phone?
Yes. You love something you can control.
Yes.
Love the phone. Yeah.
Yes, because it's like everything's all in one place.
What happens when your phone's dead?
My life is literally over.
Yeah, right.
It doesn't die.
Ever.
It's like my best friend.
Yeah.
I like view it as a person.
This is Jake Shane's State of the Union. So number 1 is Camila Cabello's Pivot.
And
Why?
because I would always and forever just loved Camila Cabello. Every song she makes is a banger. Hello, real friends?
Yeah.
Crying in the club.
Wow, deep
I
cuts.
questions. Have you ever heard that one? I have questions. It's amazing. Like,
You know,
no,
Consequences?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
That album actually is so good.
everything she does is good.
Yeah.
Everything she does is good. So I'm here for it and I love her.
Weed.
In. Always in.
Always in.
Actually,
Do you
I
get
know I'm-
anxious or no? Do you have a good relationship with weed?
Sometimes I get anxious when I'm like smoky and I'm high and I'm like, do I smoke too much?
Yeah.
That's when I get anxious.
Oh, see, I think my anxiety comes from other people being like, oh, he's so high. You know what I mean? Like thinking that other people think that I'm high, even though I am high.
Right.
It makes me spiral.
I don't get high in public like that anymore.
And my phone, I cannot be high near my phone.
Oh, are you serious?
Is that
I FaceTime the entire world.
See,
Good for you.
Yeah.
I can't smoke because I just assume like there's like someone in my house about to kill me.
Okay.
Body hair?
Like, I don't like it. I have it, and
Yeah.
like I don't like it. So
Are
I'm
you
gonna say
removing
out
it?
for me. Yes, I remove it.
okay.
Yeah.
I don't
By what
like
method?
it because I hooked up with this guy once who hated it, and it just like
No,
really
and that impacted you?
You can't do the
and it
one-time
and it
things.
changed my life. No, I
But
hooked
that's
up with him like 4
crazy.
times, and it just changed. And I was like, I hate
Did
it.
you like shave for him?
No, I shaved after him, and then like I remember people always made fun of like my underarm hair when I was like a kid, and I was just like, I hate it. I hate it. I don't like it.
Oh, I'm so
Okay.
sorry. to
So
hear
out
that.
for me.
Okay. Electronic douches. Have you ever
I've
heard?
never used one. So N/A
Yeah, that makes sense.
Yeah.
Andrew is a big proponent.
of electronic douches.
Listen.
What is it easier?
It's useless.
It's definitely useless, but the thing is, it's like you don't have to squeeze.
Okay.
You know what I mean? It just goes.
Oh, so that is easier.
And you have a
But
remote.
but my issue with this concept is you have to charge this thing and like
It's convenience.
but is it? Because is this not convenient?
But the squeezing sounds difficult.
The squeezing.
I just feel like using a remote to douche is insane.
And it just works really
And it
quickly.
just works really
oh,
well.
that
It's
I'm going to
unreal.
say it.
It
I've
does
never
make
used
sense.
one.
It's-
I'm going to go in for that one.
You love a smart home.
Yeah,
And
I
your
love a
douche-
smart home, and
yeah.
like honestly, like that sounds easier. I think it would relax me more knowing that something else is doing the work.
I completely agree.
gay culture.
And always in,
Oh,
but
that's
in.
on. Apple Watches.
Out. You want to watch? Get a real watch.
Get a
real fucking watch.
Astrology.
And
Good children to the guidance office.
Hey, Joe and Andrew. This is James B. from Brooklyn. Hi, Jake Shane. So my question for you is, I am not one of these people, and I'm not a scientist, so I don't know the fucking scientific name for it. But the people who, like, when you imagine something, if I tell you to imagine an apple, you see a red apple in your brain. I don't see anything. I don't see shit. So I'm wondering if you're one of those people because you're imaginative, you're creative. And so in my head, you can see the red apple. So I'm wondering, Jake Shane, do you see the red apple?
Yes.
Thank you. Mwah.
You see the red apple.
do you guys see stuff when you close?
Yeah, I can't imagine
Okay,
not.
that like feels weird that that James B from Brooklyn doesn't.
Yeah.
I know. It almost seems like maybe it's just a James.
No,
Brooklyn
I don't
issue.
believe that. How do you not see what
red
you're
apple.
imagining?
Yeah.
What do you see?
Some people don't have imagination. Like that.
Well, no, but I feel like I don't know
It's-
if James B from Brooklyn doesn't have
no,
imagination.
he doesn't. No, it's not that, but that is what it is.
It's like a certain side of your brain that's locking in.
What do you mean? Like you're okay? An apple? There's
It's
an
there,
apple,
right? It's
You,
right
you
there.
can't imagine pictures and things. How do you have memories?
Wow.
How do you have memories? How do you
Oh my God, this is getting so deep for
like?
James B. from Brooklyn.
When I think of like a memory, like I picture it.
Right.
yeah,
I picture things.
Right.
I agree.
I like that you're upset.
I'm just a little upset just because like that makes me upset.
I know, to not be able to see things.
I think that's something that like James B can fix.
I do.
agree.
Yeah, like a little bit of work can
or
be
like
done.
ketamine or something.
Probably some
Yeah,
kind of
something
therapy.
will help.
Treatments. Yeah.
Yeah. So James B, if you're listening, which I know you are, do some ketamine. He's from Brooklyn. He has.
He definitely
Yeah,
has.
that's
I've
probably
never
the
done
problem.
ketamine.
Actually, good for you. Same.
Good for same.
Really?
Yeah. Wait, Rita's doing ketamine?
Oh, I thought you were
No.
like kidding. No, I've
No,
never
we're
done
very
it.
straight
It
edge.
bugs
Same.
me out. It bugs me
Yeah.
out.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I agree.
Well, This has been a wonderful time.
This has been amazing.
We've gone everywhere. We've gone to really important places, actually. And then also we've gone to fridge clean outs, which I also love. I'm
And
sorry
Viagra.
for bringing it back up. You really were talking about taking Viagra.
I'm sorry. I did say that, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. Sometimes I say things and I'm like, oh, well, it's on
Like,
the
what's
internet.
the worst that can happen?
sucks.
Right.
Yeah,
Yeah.
exactly.
It's your truth.
It's my truth. And again,
Thank you for sharing your truth.
Oh
Yes,
my God.
thank
well,
you.
Of course.
Thank
thanks
you for
letting
being
me.
here. We're thrilled
Thanks
to
for
have
having
you.
me.
Yeah, this was
we
fun.
hope you had fun.
I had so much fun.
Okay, good.
Everyone knows where to find you, but please go ahead and plug where to
Okay.
find you.
You can find me on Instagram at Pass That Puss and on TikTok at OctopusLover8 with 2 S's.
And your podcast.
And my podcast, Therapist with Jake Shane, on any platform you stream podcasts.
You know where to find us. Across all social media platforms at Good Children Pod. I'm on Instagram at Andrew Muscarella, on TikTok at Andrew_Muskie.
I am on Instagram at Joe Hegyes and on TikTok at Be Quiet Joe.
And do not forget to do your homework. Like, comment, subscribe, rate, review, write a little something sweet.
You can find us every single Friday on Patreon with an exclusive video and audio episode where somehow we bear even more than we do on the actual pod. So we'll see you there.
It's like, it's make or break for this podcast because I'm never going back to a normal job.
Except the priesthood.
Except the priesthood. Anyways, thanks to Spotify Studios too.
Yeah, thank you so much to Spotify for being truly mother in so many ways. We have been so lucky and grateful to be shooting here this week in LA.
Yeah. They're our Father, Son, and Holy Spirit.
It's a lot of religious imagery today.
Well, because I think that I'm slowly getting to the priesthood.
And you think that that's how you're gonna get it by saying that Spotify is your Father, Son, and Holy Spirit.
I'm going to be a Franciscan brother. Let's just call it quits. I need to end the episode.